What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GoonCast. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and hope you guys loved our Halloween episode.
Yeah, it was great.
You guys looked amazing. Dude. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Raymond. Always.
Who was your favorite, Raymond?
Did you actually watch it, Raymond? Because we just uploaded yesterday.
I saw like the first couple of seconds, but I saw your costume. It was pretty good.
Who got the best one?
Yeah, who has the best costume?
Maybe Alex, I would say, dude.
Hey, that's what's up.
But
That's what's up.
It was pretty hard, man.
It was yeah. But you can't beat Itachi or Akatsuki. You know?
Yeah.
Man, you can't beat Will's Waddle, bro.
All right, we have a very special guest today. First time ever coming on.
Yes, sir.
He's our friend from high school. Been our friend for a very long time. He does all the dirty work for us.
Yeah.
He gets down and dirty for us.
Dude,
He always has our back. And his name is Raymond, which is AKA the game right here.
The game.
The god. So
Just GG right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah,
It's
what's
kind
up,
of
bro?
an honor. Pretty good.
what's been going on in your life? You got anything to share?
Yeah, so I put in my 2 weeks last week, so this is my last week of work. So after that, it's going to be kind of enjoying life and kind of applying on the side, but it's been something I wanted to do for a while.
Exciting.
Dude, is it because you were just kind of burnt out from the job, or you're getting kind of too complacent in the sense that you want like a change?
I feel like it was all three. So me and Brandon kind of talked about it. I feel like every day was kind of like a perpetual cycle of like work, go to sleep, work, and then I feel like I just kind of wanted like to turn the next page in my life,
Right.
Because I knew I didn't kind of want to do this long term. So it was like, okay, if I'm going to make the decision, I'm going to kind of do it now. So it's kind of perfect because I kind of wrapped up like all my jobs and stuff that I had to do. So it was kind of a good opportunity that. And then I was talking to some friends and they're like, it's kind of good to get like a mental reset as well.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying, because I did the same thing, and Kevin did the same thing as well, where we basically left at the same time. They wanted us back from COVID. Operation starts, and we're just like, I'm not really enjoying my job either mentally. And for Kevin as well, he's like, he needs to get that push to actually start school and stuff. Maybe he could come on and he could talk more about that. But yeah, that's a good reset. I totally understand.
I feel like we're just all in that like midlife crisis. We're like, dude, what do we want to do?
Right,
Like,
quarter
life
We're not at the midlife.
Yeah, 100%, because like Ming talked to me about it before, about life, and some of the general things he mentioned is what I've been thinking about as well. Yeah. And now you mentioned it too, about wanting to flip to the next page. That's something that I thought of as well. So, and pretty sure Brandon as well. So yeah, we're all in like the quarter life crisis, and so it's so real because we're all 25, 26, and honestly, that's when it started. You're 22?
We're older.
Wait, I was like, wait. For the longest time, I was like, you're our age. No,
No, dude, he's 22.
I'm just trying to artificially make myself.
Can I be 21?
Yeah, but yeah, it exists, man. Yeah. Like, it really started when I hit 25, and it's just like, that year was terrible, and this year's a little better, but still trying to figure things out.
No, I think it's kind of cool how you guys did a podcast. That's pretty cool. It's like something you guys kind of wanted to do, and then you guys are being pretty disciplined with it. I think that's pretty cool. So props to all you guys, like, honestly.
Thank you. I think we want to make sure we're consistent at least, right? Even though it's like 2 weeks
We'll get better.
upload, but we're at least doing it every 2 weeks.
We got those ideas though,
So things are changing. But anything else? Or you guys could chime in too, because I know we were doing a lot of things together.
Went to Slander, dude.
Yeah.
That was the
We
way.
went to Yamcha.
Yamcha, Slander. But talk about Slander. That's a little more interesting than
Yeah,
Yamcha,
This guy came kind of late, dude.
I think let's pass it over to the birthday boy. I think he has more to say than me.
That's over. I got birthday shots like every hour.
Yeah, we went
So
to...
it was Brandon's birthday.
Yeah, it was a birthday rave for Brandon. His first one back.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It was good.
It was very good, but it ended way too early.
Yeah, it ended way too
It
early.
ended at 11:15 because he had an after party.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you were pissed. You were telling me you were hella mad.
I was at the bar most of the time. I was like,
all right.
I came back and I was like, it's already over?
Dude, yeah, I felt bad because when I came in, I was basically at the bar giving him the drink, and then one of our friends was kind of like, it was a bit too much downstairs, so he went upstairs. So then he came out with us. I'm like, hey, Brandon, it's your birthday. You should go downstairs. there you ain't,
Yeah.
dude. And then I bought this guy a double shot, and he didn't even take it. But then 10 minutes later, when your colleague or Trevor came over, he bought him a shot. He just took the whole thing, dude.
Hey,
With
yo, he
disrespect
got
right
me
there.
a double shot. I couldn't down it in like one shot, bro.
And,
Fucking
and,
a lot.
and it's Chenko, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta...
I gotta be courteous to people who buy me the drinks. Hey, bro, you bought me two. I gotta slow down.
You gotta show up when it's Chenko's around, you know?
Yeah.
He's gonna call you out,
I
so...
drank half though.
Half
Oh,
of that
hey,
2 shots, you drank 1 shot.
That's one shot, dude. It's one shot of Don Julio. That's intense.
But he did drink a lot.
Yeah,
I
it
bought
was
him something
intense.
too, so...
Yeah, I asked him prior. I was like, is this the alcohol talking or is this the Brandon talking? He's like, I don't
It's
know.
the
man."
alcohol.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
All right. Anything else from Slander or your...
Any
Life
highlight,
in
any
general?
highlights?
Any highlights?
No, it's just a good time.
Just
of,
a good
of
time?
shots and friends. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It was a good time. Excited for Millennium. It's gonna be even better.
Go
For
hard,
sure.
Okay.
I'll be there earlier, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you come earlier,
I'll be
buddy,
there earlier.
because it's gonna be packed. Line's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be long, and the parking lot's definitely gonna get full.
All right,
So
next time, you and me, we should bring
yeah, we could.
Yeah, yeah.
We
How
should
much
do
of
it,
the
definitely.
show you caught? I heard you only got like 40 minutes, Raymond.
Like
Not
on the
much.
floor, probably like 30 minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Like on the floor. I literally was like, I got in, I was like, all right, it's my boy's birthday. Let me go get him a shot. Probably 10 o'clock by then. And then
Yeah.
my other friend was like gone, so I had to say like, what's up to him. So it
And
was
then,
probably
bro, and
10:50.
then Chongo came along, and we were like, oh, another shot.
Yeah, so then we
Okay.
went down, and then we saw Kelly and Ivan them, so we went over there. So we went back to the bar, and then Trevor, that's when he came, so we went back to the
And then
bar
he's
too.
like, oh, I wants to get more shots.
Yeah, and then Trevor's like friends were like, hey, this is my friend Kelly, and he was like, this guy's birthday, and then he was like gonna buy him a drink, and then the guy gives me a drink too. I'm like, oh snap, me too, dude. And he buys Brian Park's drink, so this guy was drinking the whole night, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was drinking
At least, yeah,
nonstop the whole
yeah.
night.
It's just ended way too early. You getting, yeah. But after party,
That's
is-
part
which
of
is
it.
all right,
It's all
yeah.
right. Thunder was just like, he just went kind of hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But it was
But-
pretty crowded, though.
yeah.
Good for him.
It was all right for me, honestly. Decent.
If you stay longer, you know.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I told you guys off camera already, but just met this girl kind of unintentionally because I was just dancing,
Just, like,
around,
vibing, right? Just
Vibing,
dancing,
exactly,
yeah.
because you guys were sitting behind me,
Yeah, I was just
and I
chilling.
was just facing the stage, kind of, and just doing my thing. And this girl turned to me.
handsome as fuck. Got the dance moves, too.
Oh my god, dude!
As long as he's having fun, that's
Wait,
what they're
wait.
attracted to.
Wait, just a girl or girls?
Just a girl, bro. It's probably you if you came along, honestly.
Because I wasn't there, bro. That's why they all came over.
But yeah, so I turned too because I felt the her body language, right? She's welcoming.
Can you make that like welcome?
Yeah.
Can you, like,
Can you show us on
Visually
camera?
show us. You don't have to show that.
No, but she was just facing me.
Very
right?
open,
So
right?
very open, very welcoming.
Like,
Arms open.
Arms
yeah,
open, like-
because a lot of times when
Yeah,
you're at the
now.
club, they're really
Tense,
girls.
like
They
tight.
have the right. I understand. They want. There's a lot of guys. They're always trying to get at someone. They know coming in that probably gonna get hit on. So they're gonna get with their friends. They're gonna, I understand that. But yeah, she was just facing me. I was like, okay. I faced her, right? Just like, hey, hype each other up, and then we started headbanging. Brandon
Yeah, I
saw
saw.
the thing.
It was
So
intense.
I just like she has good vibes. She introduced me to her friends too. She's like, "Hey, this is the person." And then she went to the restroom though. So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna wait with her group. I'm gonna introduce myself again to her friends properly, right?
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
like, hey, it's okay if I
Good-looking
dance
guy.
with her or something." And then the guy was like, "Go ahead," or something like that. Right? I don't know, are they close or not? I'm not sure. And she took a while. We're about to leave.
Yeah, at this point it's already like 2.
Yeah, it's like 2 something. Everyone's tired, and I don't want to stay around and be by myself, honestly. But I was like, I told Kevin, I was like, wait little bit, right? I at least I want to see if I could get her IG, and
Yeah.
maybe that way I can
Follow up.
follow up. Exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
don't worry. We'll go to the
But
club.
then I got ghosted. So.
Honestly,
And
but,
sorry.
but I mean, you shouldn't feel bad about it. I feel like the biggest regret I had, like kind of the beginning years, because I was super stiff, was like that feeling of like, what if, that regret. It's like,
Oh.
yeah. So the fact that you kind of put yourself out there and just like, hey, can I get your
Yeah,
IG and
yeah.
just kind of shoot your shot? I think it's pretty proud of it. I mean,
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. That's the word. But
but at least you know it's kind of
Yeah,
like,
it's
hey, I
like-
tried.
it's
Yeah, you
like,
tried
okay,
at
she's not
least.
as cool as I thought she is then. Right? At least give me like a shoot me down, or like
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's ghosting,
No,
right?
it's ghosting, and
Yeah.
then there's probably
Wait.
competition at the club.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, girls
you don't
are
know,
different.
You don't know what the fuck happened
Like,
after.
Yeah, maybe exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
she was on some other dude or whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
your DMs are overflowed and like I don't know. So it's different. It's different.
Yeah, it's funny. This is a funny story because I was at Escape and this is back in 2018, and then I'm super stiff. Was kind of growing up, never really asked a girl, and I was literally asking my friend like, "Are you supposed to ask a girl?" And she's like, "Go ask her." And then I like turned around, really cute like girl behind me. I went to her. I'm like, "Hey, do you want to dance?" She's like, "No, I'm dancing." And then like I watch, and then like I go back. I'm like, "Okay, I got rejected," but I didn't feel bad about it. And then I just keep watching back behind me, and there's another guy who asks the same girl. She's like, says the same thing. And then throughout the whole night, there's probably like 3 more guys that asked the same girl, and I was like, "Dude, that's crazy." It's just like from a girl's perspective, there's like 5 people hitting on you at one time.
Fucking
Dude,
people
exactly.
thirsting,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a similar situation, but we'll get
You
into
had a
that.
similar
We'll
situation?
get into that because our topic is about girls and pre-relationship, how to talk
That's
to how
true.
to talk to them. Do we slide into DMs and stuff? But before we get into that, let's get to Ming real quick. Anything
What's new with you,
because you
man?
didn't go to slander with us? Anything new with you that you want to share?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Let's just get into the main topic, which is pre-relationship advice. Currently, only one of us are in a relationship, so Ming will give us some
Words of wisdom.
Insight.
words of
Well,
insight. Right?
you know?
He is the
The goat.
goat right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Raymond is like the ladies' man, the game, or what, many names, but
He means that.
currently Ming is just one tier higher, unfortunately. But
Unfortunately.
What? I don't.
You're like the
Ming is just the
I don't.
god,
I don't
dude.
got games though.
You don't need games. You got the game.
You don't need game because you
You already hooked it up, for yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah, so pre-relationship, how it starts, obviously we have to talk to girls or they talk to us. Most of the time is the guy doing the
Yeah, most
the
of the time.
talking.
Being a shit.
Do you guys have like an approach to it at all?
Why you have to look at me?
I don't know. I kind of just want to start with
I'm
you,
just trying
Brandon.
to go
because
casual about it. Just-
casual about
Yeah.
it. How do you do it? What do you get the nerves, or
I get the nerves.
how
but
often do you do it? Can you give
I
us
don't
some
do
of
it
that details?
often. Not too often for me. But
Okay.
I still get kind of pretty nervous about it.
Yeah, about rejection and stuff.
Yeah.
I really find myself. I spot this girl, right? This is like maybe like a club
Club setting.
scenario setting. It really takes me a while because I run scenarios in my head. I run conversation.
Yeah.
But
makes
I'm
sense.
eyeing her like not creepily, like
looking
oh,
all the
yeah,
time.
Oh
right?
yeah. But I'm like,
You're like,
okay, I'm like,
But, like, you're
I'm
jamming out.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go now. You're like, okay, she's with some of her friends, or maybe she's alone. All right, is it a good time to come in now? Like you're really running these scenarios in your head. Does that happen to you? Or
I think for me, I tend to overthink about it and pretty much like shy away from it. I haven't been like used to that situation.
yeah. Is you definitely have to.
It's like you gotta. It's a weird feeling. Like it's like you had to overcome the fear of like rejection.
Rejection, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
oh really?
yeah, I did, and then fucking
On
my
that,
friends took pictures, and it was fucking.
His
like
friends
cock
were like,
blocking.
his friends was like, "Oh damn, Brandon's talking to a girl. Ooh, Brandon's getting a number. Ooh."
Dude.
And they're like,
they're like,
they took out their phone and start filming.
There's like a flash too, and I was like, "What's wrong with you people?" I was just trying to talk to this girl.
dude, they hella cock blocked you.
Dude.
Yeah.
They probably made the girl hella uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I was like, "Oh, this is fucking over."
How'd that happen though? Like,
What you?
I think she just showed interest in like what my drink was, and I was like, "Oh
okay.
shit, this," and then I was like, "Hey, you want to grab a drink?" And then the friends cock block.
Wait, so did she take initiative or like
Huh?
she went up to you first or
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Oh, dude, I wish that
Wait,
happened
did
to me,
she
bro.
come up to you, or was she like just like sitting?
She was like near me.
Hey, but at least she talked to you and initiated.
Oh yeah,
That's rare and really makes your job a lot easier in a sense.
yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, 100%.
Because you're not seen as desperate. You're not seen as
Yeah,
someone with an ulterior motive because
most
she's
of
the
the
one that
time-
came up to you.
Yeah,
So,
when you initiate, it seems like that way.
yeah. Okay. How about you, Raymond?
In terms of like a club setting, yeah, no. So I'm
you could talk about. We could get into that.
Okay.
Like, what kind of setting as
Okay,
well that
so-
you're more comfortable.
So in the club rave setting, I'm totally with you in terms of like scenarios, and I think that's the issue is like your biggest enemy is yourself.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah,
So sometimes you just gotta freak. So I think my first couple events, it's like, okay, obviously you want to like dance with someone, right? But at the same time, it's like I also didn't want to like keep tunneling on just like finding someone because like, okay, boom, the event's over. I was like, damn, you just feel like shitty because like you didn't get anyone either. You're too tunneled,
Yeah.
and then you didn't really hang out with your friends either.
Dude,
that happened for a couple events. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Also, like just to build off that, the tunneling of wanting to dance with someone, girls can actually feel that.
Yeah.
Like your vibe, your
Like you feel
energy.
too focused on it.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
you're too desperate. They can actually feel that shit. It's
Yeah.
probably how you talk, maybe how you present yourself. It's just
Yeah.
like, dude, you're trying too hard. So that's why Wesley, that's why he got
small
game
talk and
because
stuff,
he has good vibe,
Good energy.
good vibe, and he's a ladies man. That's why he's like the girls can get comfortable with him.
No, agreed. Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
We could all take like a page from his life right there. I see this guy all the time. I'm like, dude, how's this guy doing it? And what's one thing that he does well is like doesn't just isolate the person he's trying to dance with. He
Goes
kind
with the group, right?
of converses with the whole group because the biggest issue really is if you're just trying to isolate one person, the friend is gonna be like
Yeah, it's fucking
like take you back. Like no.
It's
Dude,
weird.
like,
Yeah.
That's such a good point, actually.
No, it happened before. I was like trying to ask someone, and then she was like, no. I'm like, what's going on here? She's like, she just took it away.
No.
Yeah. So,
Dude, that's actually one of the biggest points to Wesley's like success is because
Most
he
of the time he
includes the
vibe
whole
with the
he
group,
vibes
yeah.
with the
Yeah.
whole group. He talks with the whole group. He makes like small comments and like nice comments to different people. Maybe that's why. Because a lot of times we do just isolate someone, just talk to that one person. Yeah, and the friends get like protective. They're like, hey man.
yeah,
who are you? Right?
but like you kind of went with Slender after party. The fact that you kind of like talked to the group and kind of asked like that's solid because at least you got their permission. They're not gonna like come in and go like,
Who the fuck
hey,
is this
like,
random
who
guy?
is this random guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's definitely a learning experience.
yeah,
I have to say, it's like, yeah, you just play in your mind, just like,
All right, we're going
okay,
to.
I need to talk with her friend.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna introduce myself to them and try to be cool with it.
No, a club setting is a lot harder, but yeah, for me, I feel like I just kind of ask the girl first, and then, or no, I have like, I'm literally like sometimes like I'm trying to position. I'm like, okay, and I literally like if I ice someone, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get closer, right? And then it takes me probably like 10 minutes. I'm just like in my head, I'm like, bro, like, what are you? In my head, I'm like, dude, like, do it. And I'm like, nah, she's gonna be like, nah. But then I kind of think to myself, I'm like, okay, if I don't ask, like, am I gonna regret it? If that answers is yes, and I'm like, okay, so I just ask, and then if he just says no, I'm just like, yeah, no problem. But like, I guess I'm kind of like messed up because I don't ask the name initially because if they say no, I don't really care because I'm moving on to the next person.
Right.
But
So this happened to me. It was during Millennium. Well, I think it was Millennium in Vegas. Couple years. Oh, Reno. Right. And I saw this white girl on my
I think I was
my
there.
left side in the front.
Yeah, I saw you.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was there. I was right
Right?
next to you. Yeah.
Dude, she was so pretty. Like,
yeah.
She was
God
really tall. Yeah.
damn. But she was tall, but I don't give a shit. I was like, and yeah, for the longest time, I was over there, right? And I was like, dude, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go now.
Dude, this guy, he was like,
I was right there.
I
I
want
was
to talk to
himself,
her,
like
man.
hype himself up.
Yeah.
It's like,
And I couldn't though. I was like,
He was like, oh man, I want to talk to her. I want to go there.
Wait, was he telling you guys about her?
Yeah, he was telling us. He was
he's
telling
like,
us.
oh
man.
shit, this girl's fucking
yeah.
cute, man.
I was.
Like all of us were like hyping him. I was like, hey
Yeah,
man, just
yeah,
go, dude.
just go.
Let's
Just go.
Come
Was
on,
like,
man.
just go. And I was like, and just a couple songs went by. I'm just can't do it. But in my mind, I also thought about would I regret it, right? That went through my mind, and yes, I would. So I was like, I need to go. And another thing, there was like a couple next to me that was like, doing their thing.
Oh, so that kind of stimulated. You're like, damn, dude.
No. Well, no, not because of that. I'm not like turned on because I'm seeing that. It's just like I'm trying to get to her,
Get to her.
but they're like,
They're like,
Wait,
going away.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and the guy gave me a dirty look, and I totally understand because I keep bothering them in a sense, because you don't like people bumping into you when you're having a good ass time.
Was it super crowded?
It was
Millennium. It was really crowded in the
but
front. Yeah.
in the end, I did go. I just squeezed through. I feel hella bad.
Going
Talked to her. It's
smart.
like, hey, you want to dance? And she said no. I was like, whatever. Came back, and everyone's like, at least you tried. I was like, yeah, I tried. I'm back now.
Well, we were all saying like the girl initially, it seems like she wasn't having a good time because she wasn't like dancing. She had her like
Yeah, she was like that.
yeah.
And another thing is, after that, I saw a couple guys went up to her as well, and then she rejected all of them as well. So I didn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe she's just wanting to be having alone
Wanted
time or just by herself
Or she just had a bad night.
or
Or
bad
something.
night. It ain't me. I'm good.
Yeah, dude. If there's anything you got out of this, Alex, it means you have good taste, bro. I mean, clearly 4 other guys going after the same one, dude. Was she by herself or like?
I don't know. She's probably with her crew, but
Oh.
I don't remember her like being super interactive with her friends or anything like
Yeah,
that.
she's pretty closed off.
Right? Yeah.
Super funny. So back at Escape in 2019, we had the same kind of scenario, but it was just like we all like were looking at we're all scoping out, and then we see this like kind of cute girl dressed in like a little eel costume, and literally our whole group was like, and then I was scared, and then we all knew, and then they're like, okay, let's go ask, but I asked my cousin because my cousin's kind of like more big energy, he can probably go for it, so we're all hyping him out. We're like same thing. We're like, all right, go for it. And he asked, and he's like, she wasn't down. But same thing. It was just like we all isolated someone, and we're just like all looking at them and hyping them up. But at the end of the day, at least like someone tried.
Yeah. Just have to change our approach, way of
Learning game.
Yeah, I guess. How about you, Ming? Do you want to talk about your single days, or you want to?
Yeah, I can talk
give
about
us some
my
give us
single
some.
days. I think
How do you do it?
so. When I first started, like I think it was like Crush. I forgot what year it was. It was like
Was it before COVID?
yeah, before COVID. I think me and Alex were just like going up to girls and be like, "Hey, you want to dance?" kind of thing.
2020.
We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Yeah,
We-
Telling you,
it became like a thing, dude. Do you want to dance?
Hey, do you want to dance?
You gotta make sure you get this hand
Yeah.
movement, all right?
Oh my Jesus.
The longer you charge is like Smash Bros. You know.
Wait, you guys actually went up to someone and was like,
I did.
Hey, you want to?
That's the best.
it was like, I choose you.
You're the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think like you said, it was just not a good night. We were just like tunneling. I think we asked like 34 girls to straight up, "Hey, you want to dance?" And then Alex was like, hey, has that girl? And I asked her, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine, dude. I asked her before."
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
dude. Yeah, but it's all about like learning experience too. Because I remember my first rave was Seven Lions, and I had this image of raving where it's like super crazy, and obviously when I came, all the girls are dressed like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's how I imagined it. Nice.
Yeah.
But I remember we're like sitting down at Bill Graham in the basement floor, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this girl that's like, I guess,
Oh, I remember this.
against the wall.
I remember, yeah.
And I went up to her. I shouldn't have done that because she was most likely waiting for a man to use the restroom,
Oh yeah.
and it's just really awkward asking someone when
Yeah,
they're
it's
chilling at the
weird.
restroom
Yeah,
area.
that's kinda
But that was
weird.
like my first time, like, raving,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I learned from it because I really didn't think anything about it. I thought she was just by herself, and then it was okay for me to like go up to her, but nah, like, and she was nice about it too. But obviously,
Yeah.
it was just, don't do that, right?
I remember this. This guy was hyping himself up.
Yeah, I was
so
hyping
much
myself
to
up.
try
I
to
was
talk to
like-
her. And then he was standing next to her, and he didn't talk to her. And he was like getting a little bit closer. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's going back and forth. It's like
It's just learning. You gotta learn experience. But we talked about a lot of like raves and stuff. But how about other scenarios?
Sorry, is this me? Or
Just like anyone,
start off with Brandon real quick.
because we're all. I'm pretty sure we're all three of us are trying to find get into a serious relationship, right? Would you
Yeah.
say that, or
Yeah.
you're
Ideally,
still at the hoeing phase?
No, I think we're
Ideally would want connection.
yeah. I'm kind of more on settling.
Yeah. Would you guys be okay with finding? Do you think like girls or like the connection that you find at raves and stuff, clubs, are
I feel like that's
relationship?
not. Most of the time, it's not really like
Most of the time, it's not.
It's like one.
Yeah, 1 in a dozen. Yeah,
It's hard. It's harder in that type of setting because they're more of a younger crowd. Not
it's a
most of the time. It's like not ready to settle
it's
down.
a different
right.
different
It's
more different demographics because then they're more like party hardy type.
Yeah,
Let's
there's
hold
a
on,
reason
let's
why
hold
they're
on.
there, right? They're
Yeah,
trying to enjoy their life
Drink,
and stuff.
enjoy.
Exactly. So do you guys, try to meet girls or talk to girls in like scenarios other than like clubbing and raving and stuff? Because I know clubbing and raving, it gets a little easier because
Just the
there's a setting
Just
or
the setting is,
influence
like,
of the
everyone's
alcohol
open
and
and
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, everyone's having fun. But do you guys see yourself like hitting up, like walking up to someone?
I personally haven't like done an outside.
Me
To answer
neither.
your question about the demographics, I think some of the people I follow up with after, like depending on how young they are, they're probably not going to work out, especially in our age. So we're like, what, 25, 26. So if you find someone that's probably still in college, the mindset is different because they're still in that college phase. And then some people I follow up with, they're like pretty young. I think it was like 19.
Just
They're
trying
like,
to
I mean,
party
we've been
and
through
shit.
that. Yeah.
I'm just trying to join like a sorority, and then here's me. It's like, here's us. She's talking about her quarter life crisis over here. So
What's our next job?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude. It's different times, and it's scary because like people they do say like as you get older, dating becomes harder.
yeah.
Stuff.
But I think the next easiest thing for kind of guys, because I think it's hard because like it's very interesting to kind of approach people at like different settings, like maybe a coffee shop, and then that people tell me like if you since you go to the gym or you guys go to the gym, like what's kind of the protocol for kind of approaching people at the gym? I feel like they're just there to do their own thing. So
Yeah, girls. I think the code is like
You have to be very.
guy. You can
casual
only
about it. You
talk
can't,
about.
like-
You can only talk to the girl if they talk to you. Most of the time, you don't want
Most
to
of the
approach
time,
them at all.
Sometimes you can approach them depending on like what you talk about. Of course.
Wow.
dude, I feel like there's some guys and those like super like gym heads go up to a girl and they're just like, hey, you want me to help you work on form or stuff? And then like and
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I have a friend who does that.
Depending on the intentions too, like like some are actually there to like help you because they
True,
see like,
true.
hey, this guy's gonna fuck something up, right?
True.
But then some are like clearly not, for the wrong reasons. So then it's like depending on the vibe.
Yeah.
Depending on vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. But in terms of like approaching people, like I watched like like simple pickup those videos and stuff kind of growing up or something, and I'm like, dude, I do not have the balls to do that. But
Yeah, it's not.
I think the next easiest one I think for guys was kind of like I think dating apps.
Dating apps.
Dating apps or going to like having an interest
Yeah.
meet up and then you just talk with like a group of people.
Right. Yeah. Dating apps. Would you guys?
Yeah. It's not.
Because I know my friend, he does volleyball and he meets a lot of girls like that. They have similar interests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either
It's like a group. It's better in a group setting. Like, I think unless you're like really, really confident in yourself to approach a girl.
Yeah,
on, like,
I think
streets
it's
or something,
group setting
and not
and
be worried about it.
yeah, and then be friends first, right? And maybe something
Yeah,
can
to
happen.
Some extent,
to some extent.
to some extent, you can't like be friends. Otherwise, you get into that friend zone
Right. Right.
situation. You don't want to. That's always like.
So speaking of like location and stuff, would you guys want to date a coworker? I don't mean your current
I
girlfriend was
don't
a
think
coworker.
I would be comfortable dating a coworker because if shit went wrong,
Then
it'd be
you're still
weird.
stuck with her. Yeah.
Hey, bro, it doesn't
Dude,
work like
yeah,
that.
it doesn't work like that,
Hey,
dude.
bro,
So
hey, life just goes on,
He's
man.
telling you to land it. He's
So
telling you
you
to land it. Stick it.
No.
So the thing is like dating coworkers, like for guys, it's the work setting is an opportunity for sure. You're working
Yeah.
every day. There's people your age, hopefully, and you guys interact. So maybe it's easy to open up conversation that way and get to know them. But also, I agree with Brandon.
You have
Through
any
personal
drama?
experience too, it's like
Yeah.
if you break it off, it's so awkward. If she's in like a higher position than you, or you're in a higher position, that's very awkward too. You want to avoid that.
Yeah.
And if you guys fight, you might bring the fight to work.
Yeah.
Place
You
as
don't
well.
want. You
It
don't
brings,
want
like,
that.
this-
And it's hard to control your
Brings
emotions.
like a bias or a
Yeah.
prejudice against the
And
person.
then like you could get jealous too. Like during work, dude, you're like, dude, why is she talking to this dude? Huh?
Yeah.
Like you're kind of
And then that guy's just her boss or something, but then
Yeah,
you're just in
yeah.
that own mindset.
she's fucking her boss. So personally, I get it's like it's easy way to get to know someone and stuff, but I would like to avoid it now through experience.
Yeah.
You'll be cool with it. You're like, I
no.
can make it work.
No, I'll just completely joke. No, but I'm kind of with you. I feel like it kind of depends. So if it's like if they're in your same department, probably not. But if let's say like I'm in accounting, so if I'm doing like assurance and they're like in the tax side, I don't really interact with them.
Okay.
Then it's like okay, fine. Or it's like let's say you guys do like a company happy hour, and then it's like another team that you don't usually interact with, and you meet them through there. Then okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
But usually I'm kind of more on the I'll try not to. But
Yeah.
if there's like a vibe that happens, then I still think you can kind of take the opportunity but go from there. But I would probably be more on the
I mean,
not
it's like,
the best idea.
yeah, it's like if they work with you daily, then I wouldn't
Yeah.
be weird.
Okay, all right. So, what are your go-to then for talking to girls in general?
So
Let's give out some of these tips.
so I feel just to talk to girls in general.
Yeah, just to talk to girls in general. What you learned through your own experience?
Okay, so we're just talking strictly like talking, or trying to get like romantically talking.
Trying to
Romantic.
Into the romantic.
try to get to know them and maybe have something.
Yeah, so I feel like, and this kind of applies to everyone. I feel like I can talk to girls easier than guys, honestly, just because like if I show vulnerability or I'm pretty transparent, girls like that, and they kind of can like tell me. Girls like tell me like a lot of kind of like how they're feeling and stuff, which can be a bad thing because you get friend zoned.
Yeah,
But I do have a lot of friends that are girls, like kind of over here, kind of like maybe in SoCal or something like that.
Oh.
But I would say like honestly, just kind of be open, be transparent. And one thing that's always important, just because I kind of read some books, like people always like talking about themselves. So like to have open-ended questions. Just show interest.
Yeah.
Don't
Show
always
interest,
just kind of
okay.
talk about yourself. Like at one point, eventually they want to talk about themselves. So if they're talking about themselves, just kind of follow up and don't make it like a forced conversation. Because like when I just did like interviews with kind of like just talking to like recruiters and stuff, like I would have questions in my head, but I think the best way is just to kind of
Go with the flow.
go with the flow.
Yeah.
So if I ask you an open-ended question, like, okay, like how's your day been, and you're like, oh, I cooked something or something, and I just follow up like through that. So it's more natural.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the easiest way to approach. And then depending on how the vibe gets, you can just kind of like, hey, do you want to get like coffee or something? Kind of go from there.
Yeah, just be very casual about it.
Yeah, and then I guess kind of from there, you really want to like kind of establish like what you're trying to do at that point. It's like, because I feel like if you're going to show romantic interest, you don't want to wait too long and just kind of like,
Because
You
otherwise
kinda-
they'll think you're like just a friend or something.
yeah. So I would probably say like, do you want to go on a date versus like you want to hang out? Because it shows like some sort of like,
Like interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're trying to be engaging first of all, and I would say like don't be so uptight. I guess.
More like introductory.
Right, and then
Yeah.
and then
phase.
just be more engaging, and therefore, in a way, you can get rid of the awkwardness of the small talk.
Yeah.
Because you can't avoid small talks, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree? When you meet a stranger, when you're trying to
Yes.
first time meeting someone,
It's very hard
You're
to
always
avoid
gonna
small
ask-
talk. You always have to ask
you're-
like,
well, how you
hey,
doing?
how you
How's your
doing?
week, right?
How's your week?
but Raymond, what you said, it's like, okay, I'm a listen
Yeah.
to what she's saying. Maybe she said she cooked something. Like I'm gonna go off on that and
Yeah,
show interest, and that way you can kind of get rid of the
yeah.
awkwardness
And then,
stuff.
and then let's say this is Brandon talking to someone, and then she's like, yeah, I do cooking. And then she's like, oh, what do you cook? And Brandon's going like, oh, I cook too. Hey, maybe we should do a cooking
Hey, we
thing.
should cook,
And then
yeah.
boom,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's over, dude.
Yeah, another thing is you got to be kind of fast with it as well. You don't want to drag it on and get friend zoned, or like she might get bored. Or you gotta you have to be good with the your
I
pace,
feel
I
like
guess, right?
It's like an equal exchange though.
Right.
She has to like show interest too and initiate some questions. So you can't be the one
Right.
feeling it
Hopefully
all the
she
time
can.
because like it's gonna be like, oh man, this guy's kind of
Yeah. So as guys, you also have to catch on to her vibe as well,
Yeah.
not just yourself. You want to make sure that she's into it as well. Kind of asking you questions.
Yeah.
If she's
Yeah,
not, then
because,
you're
yeah,
like, nah, she
it's
ain't
like-
worth it.
yeah,
dude.
it's like-
Let's move on.
yeah.
If she's not interested,
'cause,
right?
yeah.
Maybe she just wants me
It's like,
here
'cause
to.
you're gonna have moments of like it's gonna be like awkward silence,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you just have to be comfortable with it. It just happens.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're like asking, like, let's say you're trying to like ask her to like go on a date, right? And then if she like rejects you just straight up, then she's probably not interested. But how I usually tell is like if they're kind of interested, they'll kind of propose like an alternate date. So if you go like, hey, you want to do like Sunday, and they're just like, no, I'm busy. But on the other hand, if they're like, oh, no, I'm busy, but I can do like Monday, Tuesday, it's like, okay, she's proposing an alternative. So then that shows some interest. Yeah. Other girl, like, if she says no, you can maybe like kind of follow up again. But if it's the same answer, it's like, okay.
But if it's just like a straight up no.
Yeah, you could catch on.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
Right. So before we get into, I guess that's kind of a red flag, right?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Before we get into red flags and stuff, I want to have Ming come in a little bit because
the goat, the
one that's actually in a relationship. If you don't mind talking about it a little bit, who initiated, how did it happen? Because she was your coworker.
Yeah. But since we were working part time, right, we don't always work every day and like always at the same schedule. We don't always work at the same schedule every week. So that's how I met her.
Quick question. Yeah. Before like you guys kind of met, what was your kind of preconception about kind of dating in the workplace? Like, were you okay with it prior, or you didn't really think too much of it?
Well, for me, I was like, for sure, I ain't gonna work here long term. So
gotcha.
I was gonna leave. So at least, if we start dating, then maybe at the same time I can push myself to start looking for another job. Yeah, that's a good incentive to look for a new job. Otherwise, I'll just get stuck there too. So
be like a manager there.
Nah,
if you don't want
that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was the one who first initiated. I was like interested like in her personality, for characteristics for sure. Like she was a lot different from like a lot of the girls that I know and I met. So that got me interested. So I just started talking to her. We text each other because we're coworkers, so we talk about like schedules, but then we also talk about like, oh, how's your day and stuff like that. She was a student. She was graduating. Like she has one more year. So I was helping her on like some of the classes, writing stuff. So I was still like freshly grad, so I can still like handle, like writing essays, stuff like that. It wasn't too hard. So yeah, and then we got like dinner and stuff like that, like after work or stuff like that. So that's how we started hanging out more.
And it was you doing most of the initiation to dinner and stuff, or she also?
So initially it was me who did most of the initiating. And then gradually she started like opening up, like that type of ordeal where you started first, and then they start opening up, and so
would you say you guys are like friends first?
Yeah. I'll say we're friends first, yeah, for sure.
At what point did it like shift,
or romantically?
Yeah, romantically.
Yeah.
Like how did that come about?
Like initially, before you asked her to hang out, were you kind of interested, or you just?
I was slightly interested, but I wasn't interested in like romantically. I was interested like, oh, this person is fun. Like maybe I can hang out with her,
get to know her more.
Yeah,
right?
and she can hang out with my friend group, stuff like that. So yeah, so it started out as like friends, and then it gradually became a romantic relationship.
Okay. When you guys first dating, were you guys still coworkers, or you just like you said, once you guys start dating, you're like you quit already, or before you dated?
Once we started dating, we were still coworkers. And we're just hiding it from other coworkers.
Was it weird? Have you guys worked together when you guys were dating? Or
yeah, we have. It's actually not bad.
It's not bad. Just together. More fun.
Yeah. It's a little bit more fun. Yeah.
How long were you still working there for like the dating period? Like a couple more months?
Yeah. It's actually a couple more months. It's actually like 3 or 4 months. But it's like I said, she only works like part time, and I was working part time too. So I only see her like maybe like at work like twice a week.
Okay. Did any of your insecurities project into your work life at all?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just like, I'm jealous of this guy. Is she talking to this?
Talking to
are they
like one-on-one?
This is like imagine like Alex.
Are they making coffee together? Holding hands?
Yeah. Oh
no!
That's like a movie, bro. No, stop!
I'm gonna stalk them.
Yeah. Or imagine like a guy like Alex is coming up like as a customer.
Oh my.
And then she's just like all smiling, and then you're just looking at like, dude, holy snap, dude. Yeah, I get it. This is a good question over here.
Oh no, so I wasn't really too worried about like customers or coworkers. We only have 1 or 2 other male coworkers, and one's married, and then the other guy, he's I don't know, weird.
Okay.
So, and then in terms of customers, like most of our customers are regulars, so we more or less know the customer. So right. I wasn't too insecure, but I do get somewhat insecure in the beginning of the relationship,
right?
because she was still in school, right? So she has like
the
classmates,
school part,
male
okay.
classmates and stuff like that. Like she talks to them and they talk to her. Like they help each other in class. And I don't really know the classmate because I'm not in the class.
Yeah.
But like after the semester's over and then like some time goes by, the insecurity.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sharing, bro.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah, man.
I hope you guys have a great relationship.
Yeah, man.
Good luck on your marriage.
Brandon's like, I'm waiting to RSVP right now, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's my invite?
Yeah, man. This guy just want to be the best man.
I want to be best man and be at the bar.
Wait, how is it kind of being in a relationship versus like single?
Yeah, what changed?
So definitely there are
What are your pros? Like,
You
you
get
know,
way
pros and
less-
cons.
you
there are
get-
definitely like pros and cons.
You get way less time
Yeah, you get
to yourself.
yeah, you kind of have a little less time for yourself to, you know, like discover yourself. Like, oh, like do I like this? Or I don't like this, you know? Like how would I know?
Yeah, you spend a lot more money.
Yeah, you definitely will spend a lot more money.
For your first couple of dates, how was the paying situation? I'm always curious on like, are you paying or
The
like was it
paying
kinda
situation.
splitting?
So when we were friends, right? Like I think we were splitting it.
yeah.
And then like when we do the initial whole like dating, I was the one who's paying most of the time. Yeah, I was the one who's paying most of the time. But then she offers to pay, right? But then I was like, no, your money's no good here.
Dude, it's actually a really cool thing, like a big bonus for me if the girl
Yeah, if she
He
offers
offers,
it,
like-
I'd be like, oh, I'm down.
like in the beginning too.
Yeah.
Not when it's after a while. She's
Yeah.
like, no, I got this. Like she's hella,
But it's like if she
Cool
doesn't like
about it.
initiate, I'll have this
and she's
Kinda
like, yeah.
like,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
ain't wasting my money.
But I was like, oh, expected. Yeah.
True. But I guess that's the culture though.
Yeah, that's the culture. But yeah, that's kind of a red flag too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about little red flags. You know, when talking to someone, what are some of the things that you have seen before or you take notice of, and like red flags in a girl that you're like, okay, I'm out.
I think red flags for me, what I think kind of like what we talked about is like if you're just asking all the questions and she's just giving like mundane responses, like yeah, like one
Like
word,
one word.
no open-ended questions on your end, so clearly she's not interested or she just doesn't care. And then the money part isn't too much of a red flag because I talked to some of my friends too. They're like, yeah, I kind of want the guy to pay initially, but then eventually they're like maybe
Right.
the second, third, like if I'm still interested,
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
more.
will.
It's
Yeah.
kind of the culture. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then maybe like another one is just kind of like if they're kind of like if you're kind of in the relationship maybe already, and then they're kind of not helping you kind of grow to kind of what you want to become. Let's say
Yeah.
if you want to like up your career, and then she's just kind of holding you down or kind of stagnant or kind of like putting you down and not kind of encouraging you to
Kind
kind
of
of
like
grow
saying
as
like, oh,
in a
you.
relationship, then that's clearly kind of a red flag. for
Red
me,
flag.
Yeah, because it's like that's just toxicity you don't really need,
Yeah.
right? You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
like saying like, yeah, you have a good job already. Why? Do you
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you guys should like. I think an ideal relationship is just kind of like you guys should kind of like encourage each other and kind of push each other. Like if she wants to do something, like if it's something pretty cool, like she wants to like do nursing or something, and she's like not feeling good about it, not feeling confident. Like I expect you to kind of like push her to like get to that point, right? And the vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But if you're just like nah, like not for you, that's a red
kinda
flag.
like very judgy, very
Yeah.
judgmental.
Yeah. Right.
So those are kind of two for me.
Yeah, we're like super inconsiderate as well.
I mean,
sometimes.
also like insecurities too, like jealousy and stuff
Jealousy.
like that. If they don't respect your time or you're
Yeah.
doing stuff,
Or like
you know,
cleanliness.
like yeah, it's like they ask for like a call or something, and they're like, I can't do that. And they say it like
That's true. That's a
get
good
like
point.
angry or something about that, and it's like, man, it's like, why?
Okay, how about like first kind of like date scenarios where you met this person for the first time, and then she has like ugly nails. Is that like a no go? I'm talking more on appearances right now, but
Oh, okay.
Okay, so appearances.
like if she has like ugly nails, like like nasty or like bad breath or
Dude,
oily-
that's just hygiene.
oily
Of
hair,
course.
or
Yeah.
bad hygiene.
Yeah, they need to have good hygiene.
I'm
bro.
with Ning here. I mean, I feel like
would you be like, yeah, it's okay, I'll give it another shot. Maybe they could
As
shower.
long as they, I feel like for me,
I'll tell them to shower.
So after the first day, hey, you text, hey, you kind of stink.
But like she's like your type, super pretty, but
I mean, yeah, they
It's
should
ju-
have
it's just
good
a-
hygiene.
yeah,
As long as they
good
present
hygiene.
themselves.
Okay.
Dude, how
Like,
is she pretty if she doesn't shower, bro?
I don't know.
maybe she had shit to
just
do.
have bad hygiene.
Yeah.
You know.
That's interesting. I feel like I'm with Ming over here. Like I feel like it's just kind of like if you're coming out on the date, the expectation is for both parties to kind of put themselves out there and kind of try. So the fact that
So if they didn't, you're like,
it's just like she clearly didn't like care about it as much and she didn't value kind of the setting of the date. But
Yeah.
if it was like a super off day or something, I don't know, she's been through a lot. Maybe I'll kind of cut her some slack. But for the most part, I'm definitely need hygiene.
Like
You
if
know?
you're going on a first date, right? Like let's say like you shave like your face, all right, and then she like what? She don't cut her nails, bro. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck, man?
But
she's like telling you her sob story, but then you smell her breath and you're like, "Ooh." Never mind.
And your breath kind of stinks.
Okay. Hey, any red flags?
Any red flags? I would definitely ask about like hobbies and friends. This way, it shows like, oh, she has other stuff she's interested besides, just her career.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Or
That's a
or
good one, yeah,
school.
yeah.
That's great.
Very practical.
Interest, talk about interest.
I would ask about like like what you and your friends been up to. This way doesn't show like she's alone and she's going to depend on you if you guys get
How about job wise?
in terms of job wise.
Job, yeah. Like let's say she has a job, but maybe not as
Not
high
like
paying or not as
not
like
like a
corporate
highly
job, or she doesn't have a college
I
degree.
mean,
Do you
it's
guys care about that?
Fine.
Not as ideal as you
It's
would.
not ideal, but if it's like if you guys vibe, well, personally for me, if you vibe well and you kind of push her to do stuff, but if she like doesn't push herself to do
Yeah.
those
me-
things,
yeah.
like for herself, then
Yeah.
then
not
that's
really
fine.
gonna work
Oh,
out.
it's fine. I mean, like if you're supporting her, like say like you're supporting her like emotionally,
Yeah, but
to get her to
I'd rather get her like growing, but if
yeah.
like she doesn't
Right. Like for
put
me,
any effort to do
yeah,
that, then
as for me, it's like it's not about like where she is right now. Maybe
about
she's
where
trying.
you-
Maybe
where
she's
you
trying to
can be.
figure out. Yeah.
yeah.
But as long as she's putting that effort, really telling me her ideas or her goals, that's awesome.
I think that's the thing. It's just
Yeah,
effort, really.
yeah,
If she's
it's telling
putting
me-
in effort into herself and the relationship, then that's what you should be looking for. But if there's like no effort at all, then like why waste your time, right?
right. And
Totally agree. Yeah,
I-
with you guys.
Yeah. One more thing is, I think we kind of touched on this in our other podcast before with Simon. It's like her mental state.
Oh yeah, they
oh,
don't have a good.
Would you if she gets like she's
Oh,
super
yeah.
anxious or she has like a little it's down, would you be okay with that? Where you feed off that energy and you're just like nah?
So I think, and I don't know about you guys, I feel like if they're in that mental state, I feel like they're not ready.
Yeah. No, I've experienced that before, and it's not a great time. It's terrible.
I have some friends that they have I feel like everyone has their own insecurities. There's a lot going on, but I feel like you really want to figure out yourself out before like. Otherwise, it's just kind of like a lot of baggage coming over, and then it's that baggage kind of flows to the next person, and then you guys just both feel bad, and then you guys are just going downward spiral when you guys should be going up. Yeah.
So don't even try talking to any girls.
Yeah.
Get your mind right, get yourself right
yeah,
first
yeah.
before
It's all about what you
Yeah.
want. and
Always get yourself right first. Exactly.
That way you can show your confidence and all that.
Yeah,
And that-
if
exactly.
you're dealing with
shows.
like insecurities, then you focus kind of too much on it. And
Right. All right. So I guess we're almost time, right? Yeah. Last couple questions is relationship, folks. What's your plan?
relationship folk,
What's gonna take you to the next level with your relationship?
next level,
Like, kinda,
level.
like, what are,
marriage.
like what are next steps you guys want to do to kind of like
Y'all,
enhance it or
y'all
things?
trying to travel or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're making some plans on traveling next year.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So we're just gonna like see like different places, see
Okay.
different
And
things, change up.
strengthen the relationship,
Yeah,
change
yeah.
the environment and the. Okay.
Yeah. So that's basically the next goal for
Any
now.
specific?
We're looking at Hawaii for now because I think I have like 2 weddings to attend to.
Oh,
Everyone's
Hawaii.
at Hawaii, dude. I'm going to
Yeah, he's
Hawaii.
going to Hawaii too, right?
I'm going to Hawaii.
Are you going to Hawaii?
I'm
Going to Hawaii
going to
too.
Hawaii in 2
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
Oh, in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
With your fam?
Brandon's going Hawaii next year too.
Next
Oh
year.
my, dude! I feel like everyone's going to Hawaii because of like the COVID guidelines. You can't really travel internationally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty cool.
But Vegas next year.
Vegas.
I
And
don't know.
single boys, which is 3 of us. So
Yes,
what's
that's us.
Wait, you sure you single?
I am, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad.
I mean, you can change that out the door. Dude.
Then you're just leaving Brandon then.
So what are
I'll
some
be okay.
what are some actions and plans and where you want to be
Like next
with
steps.
girls?
Yeah,
Hopefully in the next year, maybe
Next
the
year?
next couple years.
yeah.
What are
'Cause-
some of the things?
So are
that
you
wanna-
planning to get a girlfriend but within a year?
or like
How,
what?
how are you gonna meet new people?
Yeah, like
That-
what is the next steps or
Yeah,
action plan to get? Brandon,
I
go.
think the next step is joining like a group like setting where you're interested. Like, for me, I probably do like cooking.
Okay. How would you join that?
You would just have to go yourself to one of those like
The
meetups.
classes.
Yeah, one of those classes.
Oh, they have those meetups.
Yeah.
Okay.
dude.
and
like Facebook
casually,
meetups and, like-
hey, you've been cooking. Yeah,
Right. Like Lawrence went to the
Yeah,
pumpkin
the
patch
pumpkin
thing.
patch. You went
Okay.
to the pumpkin
Yeah,
patch.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Wait, what was
okay?
this pumpkin patch or like?
It was like a group thing on Facebook.
Oh,
And then he went. I
Yeah.
forgot to ask him about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you're kind of trying to expand your friend group,
yeah,
even if like you talk to a girl and you're interested, but she's not. You can still be friends,
Right,
and then eventually like it kind of like spider webs
right.
there.
right.
It's like
Yeah, you meet their friends.
Yeah, you meet
maybe
their
their
friends.
other
Yeah,
friends
and then,
might
like-
be interested in you.
and then like that girl who you're friends with can like vouch for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
How about you, Raymond?
Putting myself out there more, so like probably gonna get some dating app profiles ready. Hopefully by the end of the
Oh,
year.
we gotta take photos, dude.
Yeah,
Take
that
two
too.
to get the photos.
Yeah, we're gonna do some photography, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. We're talking about doing like class pass, so just like meeting people through that. So like she was like, "Hey, you should do Pilates," and then I'm like, "Okay."
shit.
And then you can just kind of meet people through. Yeah, basically just kind of putting in your
Yeah.
in scenarios where you can kind of meet people because like
Yeah, same with.
the past year and a half, I just literally been like at home and
Like
just like
closed
working.
off
Yeah,
and everything.
I haven't been like thinking about dating, and then just working on yourself. Honestly,
Yeah,
just like working out for you
Sure.
guys, just developing more hobbies, and then it's just like for me, I kind of want to like dress better too, just that kind of get my confidence up.
Yeah,
sir.
you're right.
Yes,
you're
sir.
These two as well.
Dress
Yeah.
better.
So
Just keep working on yourself.
yeah, and then
That's kinda my
if,
goal too.
if there's activity, the nightlife, but yeah, just putting in yourself in like multiple
Different
situations
scenarios.
where you're actually able to like meet people versus kind
Yeah.
of like
We should,
me just staying at home,
boys. Let's just do group
watching
activities.
YouTube.
Boys, let's go.
Yeah,
We'll do
so-
some kayaking.
Yeah. That's actually
Cooking.
that's actually a really good idea.
What about you, Alex?
Basically the same as you guys.
Yeah.
I might.
We initiate just group
Yeah.
stuff.
The online dating thing is. I'm on
Online
it right now.
dating
It's like
It's rough,
it's
dude.
rough right now, especially it's really rough with COVID. So
Yeah.
It's better to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, ideally, yeah,
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah, so working on myself because I think I still need a lot more work, but just go with the flow. Maybe something will happen. I'm not going to keep
Yeah, you should
really like try and just keep my
you
mind
shouldn't
on that.
Focus
But
mainly on
hey, maybe I'll join you on something.
that. Yeah, let's do it.
Putting yourself in that social scenario, I haven't thought about that yet. Because for me, it's always like work, club,
Because
Right.
it's always
but
like
there are other places and more
most
social
if
activity.
it's like an interest or hobby you like, then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you could definitely like they'll show interest in you and you
Yeah.
can show interest in them.
yeah,
a
and you
lot-
could just talk about it. at
Yeah, it
that
works a lot
specific
better
hobby,
than like
right?
approaching a random person on the street that you do
Yeah.
have. It's hard to like initiate.
Yeah.
cold calling, and then just call up Ming for advice.
Or call this guy.
I
Uh,
call up other couple friends for advice.
All right. I think we'll close it out.
Yeah,
Let's give
Good.
some
good time.
final advice, I guess,
Final
summary.
advice.
So what are some of the main important things that we talked about? First one is gotta
Just
work on yourself, right?
Work on yourself.
I think that's very important first. You gotta be in the
be
right
open,
mindset.
Be open. To the other person.
Be open to the other person. Be engaging to
Yeah.
avoid small talk, right? And
be confident. I mean,
Be confident.
I think that's something we all have to work
Don't
on.
be
but,
scared to talk to girls, man. Just go up there and just be like, "Hey, what's up? My name is blah 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 blah."
Look at
blah.
the master.
Yeah,
talking
the
over
master,
here.
dude.
Yeah, just do that, right?
I think confidence is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, confidence. Yeah,
And
kinda varies
if you get
sometimes.
ghosted, if you get shot down, don't worry. It's like a
Yeah, it's just
numbers
another
game,
efficiency.
really.
Yeah, be confident, put yourself out there, and then take your own advice. So like, if you want a girl to be like hygienic and stuff, you guys should be doing the same.
Same thing, yeah.
keep yourself clean, man.
Before you get all these comments and goes like, hey,
Yeah.
well, these guys that come up here, they're just like, hey, you're not hygienic. Yeah, no, you guys, if you expect something, you should kind of do the same.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself first, and
yeah,
know what you
take care
want.
of yourself first. Yeah,
know what you want in a person at that point.
Yeah.
yeah, and final thing I guess is just don't rush it. Don't make it as your priority in life. I really think you should just go with the flow, and especially if you keep like fixating on it, they will notice like your energy is off. You're in whatever setting. Like,
Yeah,
you're
makes
just
sense.
like you're just creepy.
That cleanliness, energy, and then that's just not, it's not
Yeah.
attractive.
That's not the way. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, this is it for this week's episode. We want to thank
Our special guest,
Raymond.
Raymond.
for coming in.
The GOAT,
Yeah,
the
look at that
legend.
camera right there.
So,
Yeah, anything you want to say? Anything you want to plug?
no, I just appreciate you guys kind of having me on and just slot into these 3 DMs.
You want to
Oh,
do that?
yeah.
The face?
Oh,
that
face.
Dude, that's what Simon did, dude. He did the
I
face
think-
and he's like, hire
Bro,
me, please.
Most of us are uncomfortable doing that.
I was like, what's the face? You guys should have let me know, bro.
I'm just joking, but we appreciate you for coming
Yeah,
on.
no, appreciate
Will
you
we
guys having
see
me
you
on.
more? Are you
Yeah,
maybe
like-
some other time you want to come on
Yeah,
again?
you guys
right?
want if you guys think
Yeah.
I'm worthy enough,
Of course, dude. We
Oh,
had
yeah, I
a
hit you up all the time.
dude, we
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
great ass time.
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you, Raymond.
Yeah.
And this is the GoonCast. That's me. I'm Alex.
I'm
That's
Brandon.
the usual. Thank you guys so much. And we'll be back soon. 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll be back.
we'll be back.
We'll be back. All right. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye.